I'm trying to understand. The Supreme Court was very dismissive of your arguments. One of the reasons it was dismissive is it said they've considered these arguments before and rejected them. This is why they then rejected your arguments per curiam, unanimously. So I'm trying to understand why someone who has ethical obligations to the court, why you would make arguments that the court has previously rejected, knowing that they'd previously rejected them. And then here's the other thing that interests me. In this case, the person who had been arrested under this law that the Supreme Court then reversed on was the victim of domestic abuse. And I just want to read a few of the facts here. This is from Justice Thomas and Justice Alito's concurrence in that per curiam judgment. Here's what they say. After a bad altercation, that's from the trial record, with an abusive boyfriend that put her in the hospital, Jamie Catano found herself homeless and in fear of her life. So she obtained multiple restraining orders against her abuser, but they proved futile. So when a friend offered her a stun gun for self-defense against her former boyfriend, she accepted the weapon. And it's a good thing she did. Because one night, after leaving work, Catano found her ex-boyfriend waiting for her outside. He started screaming that she was, this is from the trial record, not gonna effing work at this place anymore because she should be home with the kids they had had together. Catano's abuser towered over her by nearly a foot and outweighed her by close to 100 pounds. She stood her ground, displayed the stun gun, and announced, "I'm not going to take this anymore. I don't want to have to use the stun gun on you, but if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to have to." And the gambit worked. The ex-boyfriend got scared, and he left her alone. You think she shouldn't have had the right to self-defense?
Senator, thank you. Again, the district attorney made the decision to bring charges in the Catano case. The Attorney General's office and myself were not involved in that decision, but I certainly recognize
that you argued for it to be upheld before the United States Supreme Court.
Senator, the argument in that brief was that the Supreme Court should deny review of the case.
Right,
but
which deny the right of self-defense to this person. I'm asking you why.
Senator, my duty as Assistant Attorney General was to represent the Commonwealth in that case when it came to the Supreme Court, and I did so consistent with my ethical obligations.
Your duty is not to make frivolous arguments to the Supreme Court of the United States. And frankly, I question your judgment in what you did in this case, and I question your judgment in choosing to try and perpetuate what is manifestly an injustice to this victim of domestic abuse. I yield the rest of my time.
Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. And while you're at it, please leave us a comment. Thank you for watching.